Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming, and we're going to dive right on into Watcher of Realms video. Now this is my free to play account, it's the Pyros Fusion, we're into day 6 of it, and we get greed as well today, which is awesome, although it's another AoE DPS, and I think my account is cursed from having any fighters, but that's a different story. So let's jump into the Shard Summon calendar and have a look at what's going on. Now at the moment we are looking at Tales of the Smith. That is in the last throes of that now, so that's got to be done today. So if we have a quick look at that, we can see we've got everything sorted there, and that's all good. Now I have only gone as far as the 2,860 for the 2 fragments, and not all the way up to the 5,265 for the additional 3. I think looking back on this, I will in future give it an all or nothing attempt, as all the fragments seem to be in multiples of 5, and even if I do 2 fragments next time round, that still only leaves me 4, which will leave me 1 short. It's probably designed that way, but this being my first run through on one of these events, it's a bit of a live and learn process, so lesson learnt there. Now the only other thing on the calendar is the Forgotten Palace, which is Gear 3. Now we want to get that done up to the 1100 trophies, and once we've got that done, that's about it for that event. Now we can, if we want, we can push on a bit further, see if we want to do any more or get any more of the rewards, or if we're close to the top 3 in our field, we might want to consider pushing on in that, just so we make sure that we get the added bonuses for coming in the top 3. Now looking ahead on the calendar though, there is the Brave Conquest. Now there's 5 fragments for Pyros in that event. Now unfortunately that event, for where I am and the amount of rewards I get for the gear I get, isn't great, and it's quite a hard event for me to do. Now we will have a look when the event goes live, it might be easier, but essentially I'm expecting to skip it or not put very much effort or energy into that event. Now the only other thing coming up is the Arrival of Heroes. That's a summon event. My view on summoning is everyone will release videos, and you'll see loads of videos about that will tell you, is it the right time for you to summon, and when should you summon, and this is the most optimal ability for you to summon, and you'll get more great, better heroes if you summon now, and it doesn't really overly matter. Don't summon if you can't afford to. If you're going to spend on the game, go ahead, spend on the game, but don't bankrupt yourself in trying to summon heroes. Other than that, if you want to pull shards, pull shards. If it makes you happy, pull shards. It's a game. And if you're enjoying the game and part of that enjoyment comes from pulling shards, just go and pull them. If it's not the most optimal time, doesn't overly matter. Just pull the shards if it puts a smile on your face. That is essentially it. If putting a smile on your face means pulling at the most optimal time, do that. If it just means I want to be part of this event and pull and see what happens, go for that. Just pull the shards when it puts a smile on your face, and that's it. It's a game. If you enjoy the game, all good. If you don't enjoy the game, probably shouldn't be playing it, to be honest, but I'm probably going to summon because I like summoning. And that's it really. I don't spend money on the game, but I've got some and I want to be part of it, so I will probably pull some shards. The other thing that's on is the Corridor of Glory. Now when we have a look into that, that is 10 Pyros fragments available for us. Now that is part of the level up your champions, star up, promote, all that sort of good stuff. And that corresponds quite well into the summoning event. So if you summon and you've got a champion you want, go for it. For me, I've just got greed. It apparently is very good, although it's another ranged DPS AoE type thing, so okay, not ideal for this account, but I shall probably spend some time leveling up heroes during that event. Now what I'm going to do beforehand, for me and where I am nowhere near hitting into the top 3 of the Forgotten Palace event or Gear 3, so I will probably stop Gear 3 as soon as I hit my 1100 trophies, not points, trophies, and then I shall switch over and do the XP event and try and rack up as much XP as I can. I might also nip in and get some insignias as well for the promotion side of things. just so I've got a bit of a stockpile. Now, the only thing to say about that is if you are doing the XP events, you can nip into the dwarf shop and you can get an XP boost for yourself. So you'll get 100% extra XP on everything you do. I think once you buy it, it goes active, and then it's active for 24 hours, and you can just go bananas in there and spend as much energy as you can, gaining as much XP as possible, and that will give you an added boost into the Corridor of Glory event. But I don't know anything on the Corridor of Glory event, so I don't know how much I have to do or how much I should have available. So I'm just going to take some time and over today and probably tomorrow. And like I was saying, that Brave Conquest doesn't do particularly well for us, or I don't do particularly well in it due to the level I am and the stages I'm doing. So I will probably spend the next 2 days pretty much farming XP for the event, or insignias. I might spend one day doing XP, the next day doing the insignias, and see how many we can get, and that way making the Corridor of Glory a bit easier for myself and a bit of prep work. That's about it for me today. Like I say, a short one, nothing much going on in the game at the moment. I hope you're having a good time, hope you're enjoying watching, and if you've got this far, please give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe. It would help me out very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.